Hi gods and goddesses, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you, and if you're joining for the first time, I welcome you, and don't forget to subscribe. I am doing something natural but unusual in my channel. I am scrying with my spirit heart, with this automatic channeled heart for you, and I am going to delve into the quantum space. And this reading is not for everyone, but if you've seen this, most likely it is coming into your field for a reason. Pick what resonates with your soul and leave the rest if it doesn't resonate for you. I speak in metaphors and symbols, and I'm not going to go into how it might be manifesting in your life. If it comes true and consciousness wants us to broadcast that, we will. And I am opening up the field, opening up the quantum web to see what is coming for you today. I just want to say that before I entered into this garden, which is a palace, the symbolism of a red flower and a blue flower came to my mind, and I saw a field that was really expansive. This is the abundant energy. This is the energy of the one that attracts, and it's no surprise with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is someone who is attracting. One of the things that I am getting is that you may be called to take your place as a force that attracts rather than pursue. This is your energy, so I am tapping into this spirit, this consciousness, this energy of the Queen of Wands. This is someone that is very energetic and fiery. I can see this fire already, so I know that this is someone who is fiery. I can see her, so this is the energy that I am connecting to, and I'm going to get a story from this. Now, this is a very strategic person. This is a very strategic energy, and in your life, whatever had happened had been strategic. Now, I always read from a place where there is non-duality, because I do see that everything that happens at a higher level, you chose it. It's strategic, but I am aware of different levels of consciousness, and I am aware of the pain that you may have gone through when you were experiencing it, or the emotional input that you got as a feedback when you were experiencing this. So I may consider that into this reading as we proceed, but I will be moving from different layers of consciousness as I go on. Now, I feel like this message is coming from ancestors. I feel like this message is about emotional fulfillment. Also with the Ten of Cups, this is about a strategy about manifesting abundance in a way that is seen. Your strategy is a bit different from others. If you're connecting, you know that your life hasn't been going, you don't follow the rules that others play with, so to say. You invent your own rules. You invent the rules of the game. And one of the things that I have seen is this blessings of choice, of decision. You make a move, and you get a feedback, you get a response, and that kind of helps you. To some of you, if you're reading, if you're here, you might be someone who understands a lot about the rhythm of life. Now, I am very fixed on these things. Yeah. So some of you might be someone that sees the pattern of life because you're able to go outward of the realm of time and space. So this collective I might be connecting to might be mystics. You might be mystics. And one of the things that has been a challenge your life is mastering this your fiery nature, because the lion is really standing out to me. It's having to sit with those lions, the same lions that have been misunderstood. How are you able to work with them? Because the strength card is coming to my mind. This is, you may have gone through a period where you've had to subdue. What will I say? Subdue. I feel like the way you had to subdue this energy and work with this energy is by understanding that they played a part in your life and they are still going to be a part of your life. And that fiery part of you is protection. Where I feel like in the past, you may have been unaware of your fiery nature, and it may have been manifested to you as too much, too fiery. And that's because you were just awakening. Because I can see these faces before she finally stands and awakens and she begins to embrace who she is. If you can see this now, I also see this snake or this consciousness thread connecting to our crown chakra. And now when I said that, I saw this crown in the Queen of Wands. I am not reading tarot like just what it is. I will, whatever image pops up to me is what we are seeing in that field where we are. You are making a decision that you are going to begin to start taking ownership of your own sovereignty. You are going to own your creativity, your expression. You might be trying to find strategies to gain more visibility. And you are coming to understand now, there's something about the divine timing, which of course the wheel of fortune also signifies. It's like this awareness has come for this time. Okay. I see you breaking a pattern, changing the way that you've been responding. There's another eye that has opened, because this person, this female here, this feminine energy is coming from the crown of this energy here. There's a new enlightenment of who you are. There's a new enlightenment of the way you think that you're coming to embrace. Okay. You are a master planner with this decision, this chessboard. The difference between now and then is, before now, all of your fire had to burn so that you can awaken. But now you're coming to this place where it's much more easy. It's not about the doing. It's not about the burning. It's about the molding, kind of like a molding, I guess. Molding. I am drawn to this sword. Yeah. And this book. This is the time that your soul contract is activating. If you've read my, if you watched my previous video, then this could be a build-up of it. There's something about what you're supposed to do that is opening up. And it is opening up. I am seeing a face here, and I see this cracked. There's this illusion being unmasked. You're no longer wearing the mask that you thought was going to work. You are bringing what is really true within you. The mask is cracking. The mask is cracking. Okay. This is the way that you really show what is within you, because the cups that is within you, 10 of cups, is a lot. It cannot be hidden. It cannot be hidden. Okay. Let me see what else. I feel like you got to a place of, there was a decision. Oh, there's a decision thread. Yeah, there's a decision thread. There's one thread where you had to wear the mask, and there's another thread where you had to evolve, you had to erupt. And there's something about support. There's support from the family group. Maybe it's ancestral knowledge. I feel like some of you might even be working with ancestors, and you are being given a chance to do things differently, but still utilize this energy. It's not like they failed. Your ancestors didn't fail. They did what they were supposed to do, but they've passed this baton to you to do as you fit did, because this is the choice. I feel like, just as I said, it's the gift of choice. And this comes by boldness. Boldness. Some of you are coming to become bold. You know what? I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to be bold to reveal what is in me. Reveal the way you think, even if it looks a bit weird. Even if it looks a bit weird, a bit different, you're not erupting by accident. It's because the old has come to an end. You know how you think, oh, I'm weird. If I reveal myself, nobody's going to understand me. But you don't understand that you have been brought for a time like this, because there are more people that are also coming to think the way that you're thinking. This awakening, this realization has been coming in phases. It was slow, but it was inevitable. Something is also supporting you. Okay, I can see it touching the hearts. And that which we use to nourish. Okay. Something is supporting you to enable you to nourish. Okay. There's something about the selective use of who you nourish. This is something that you've been learning. You have what it takes to nourish, just like what women we use to nourish our babies. I'm just saying that because of YouTube. It's attractive to everything, you know, even those who are not the baby. But it's in your body, and you get to choose who you feed. That's the Queen of Wands. She knows that an energy is naturally attractive. She knows that her fire is naturally attractive. And I feel like it could have been misunderstood, because you see, sometimes when you choose not to nourish those who don't need, who are going to belittle your milk, you may have been called a bad name for that. But it's not because you said no, because in the past, it kind of just made you just, okay, feed everybody, give everybody your presence, give everybody your glamour, your beauty, and at the end of the day, they still do not appreciate it. It makes you feel bad. And when you start to say no, yes, some people are going to start to feel, oh, well, she's this, she's that, he's that. And now, this is no gender. This is not a gender thing, but it's the feminine energy of giving. And so, you realize that all of the bad names, all of that which you have been misunderstood, it's only because they were never ready to even take or appreciate that milk in the first place. Everything is trying to reach out to you to get. But this is the gift that you have. The gift of discernment, the gift of choice, the gift of decision. Oh yes, decision. You are about to change a pattern that has been working at default because you've been afraid subtly. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's because it's a pattern. It's a pattern that goes beyond you. It's a pattern that extends in the collective, that extends in your ancestral path, especially for those who have that fiery nature, that energy, creative spark. And this is you learning to master who you give, because that determines the kind of family that you begin to create, the kind of love, and all the decisions you make, they eventually show up. They eventually show up. You are rewiring your field, redesigning your field to conform to your inner truths. The Queen of Wands is very independent. She's magnetic. But these decisions that you're making enables you to not only leave this world confident, independent, fiery, creative, but also get the support that you need. And it helps you to be able to create. It helps you to be able to create with these children, to create new projects, new creative and new insights. Because now you know that I think I need to be I can't do well on my own, but I also would like support. I'd also will like balance. It's not just about taking everything, because the Queen of Wands can attract and attract and attract. But the job is choosing what flowers she wants to grow. And it's not just about receiving, it's also about doing, with the masculine and the feminine here. This is about balance. This is changing a cycle. This is, when I think of the Wheel of Fortune, I think of fate. I think of also clearing of karma. And I think karma is basically you being given keys, a bunch of keys, old keys. They are not bad keys, but they are bad they could be unpleasant for you. They could be not the best option for you. And you say, okay, out of all this bunch of keys, this is what I want to use. There's so many ways you can actually explore and manifest your soul contract. There's so many ways. The soul contract is an energy. But the way you want to express it is the gift that we have. And so you've gone through this life, sorting through what is yours, what is others, what is not best for you, what is not going to fill your cup. And now you're coming to this place, you're beginning to fill your cup now. This is satisfaction because you awoke. Now I'm going to move to another realm to see what else is coming through. Okay, I am seeing this removing something from the neck. This is also about your voice. Because in the beginning, probably some of you had to keep quiet because you forgot you were the Queen of Wands. Now, keeping quiet, Spirit just said now that you maybe think you were speaking, but you were not speaking your own truth. And so that's basically keeping quiet. This is removing that cord and saying, okay, you now let's fine tune. Let us start singing our own tune. Let us start singing our own tune. I'm gonna get another deck just to get clarification more on what's happening. The elixir of life. You see, I said the red flower. I'm not surprised. The red flower. You are the elixir of life. You are the elixir of life. Let's see what the card says. It's about healing, consolidation, reinvigoration, truth, your own truth. A woman is leaning towards a deep red rose. And I did see this rose. I thought it wasn't a rose because it was a bit open. It wasn't closed when I saw it before I started this session. I feel like, and one of the striking things about this red flower there was, you are putting your energy to those who are open to receive your truth. You don't have to conform to fit in. Because where you speak your truth, you find that you are speaking it to those who are receptive, those who accept you just as you are. She faces the flower with her eyes closed, concentrating on the lush bloom, following the sense of what you want. Without even seeing it, once you understand this is who I am, you begin to attract those who see you for it. She is receiving the sweet scent of nature and the energy of life. Because as the Queen of Wands, you have so much energy that if you put that energy where it's not received, it's stagnant and it also affects you. So it's a win-win, as with the male and the female in the Ten of Cups here. The Queen of Wands receives. Yeah, she receives sense. The wind rustles her hair, whispering the truth of the universe into our ears. No, I'm just saying that. She can hear her own breath mingling with the wind. Sitting quietly in nature by a stream or in a garden can help still our wandering mind and heal a troubled heart. Okay, the elixir of life. And then let me just get this, because this is my favorite deck, the Wild Harmonic Oracle, because I like the way it moves. The truth aligns with my truth, you know. Different dimensions, multi-dimensional beings that we have. Okay, you got my attention. Oh my God. Yes, yes. Dimensional of water. I'm not surprised. You are very deep. The holistic synergy. This is the point. This is the point. This is how you create the Ten of Cups. True synergy at different levels. Let me see. As the energies of the dimensional expands, embody into the flowing feeling of life. There's something about receiving, because look at the flowers here. and then receiving at different levels. And you see, this Wheel of Fortune, I feel like this is beyond the time and space. This is an opening into completion arises. Okay, and so there's a completion of a phase. Empowerment moving to reinforce itself. It's a quickening of the journey as the channels are opened. Okay, there's a rounding up of a phase, of a loop that keeps repeating itself. This card points me into the opening within me that creates the opening in the world. This is one of the reasons why your energy is so attractive, because there's something about it that is so deep, and it reminds me that if I cannot do powerful things, to instead do whatever I am doing with power. This is the gift that you are making, the gift of decision. I am seeing life with simplicity and one point of perspective. What I am seeing is infinite complexity. You see, I said that you see things from different realms. You see the complexity. You're standing above this wheel of life and seeing the different complexity. Before now, you'd be like, okay, I see things in a way that is so complex that it helps me to make strategies. Is that a threat or is that a gift? That's a gift. So I am embracing both. I learn to feel the ebbs and flow of where I am at, and with that knowledge, I can find the point to enter and ride the wave. This is it. You're master of strategy. Strategy because of your viewpoint. Don't hide it. This is how you're wired. And embrace it, because the world is ready for that. I'm going to step aside, and yeah. If this reading has been useful for you, if there are symbols, words, however it comes to you, you know the truth is in you. I hope this has been a useful confirmation. Blessings.